Hi everyone, it's Penny Black and Jill Foster here with another PB&J card class. Like I said in the last video, I am still getting over being sick, so I apologize for my croaky voice. I'm doing the best I can, and thank you so much for understanding and your patience, and I hope it doesn't drive you crazy. Today we're continuing. It's our last flowers and frames video. I would love to know if you're playing along, if you've been inspired by this series. Leave us a comment down below. I am pulling out my envelope that I prepped in advance. If you want to see a video about my prep process, it's linked down below too. I've got our delicate octagon and our layered bloom flower die cut, and of course a standard size card panel, and I work on just a single panel and I can add that to a card base later. And those are all the pieces that are part of that layered bloom. So to start on, I'm going to work on the background. So I've got that background piece of the delicate octagon. This is actually the interior piece from this one size up from the frames that I'm using, so then I can layer them on top. And I'm just inking that up with some rusty Hinge distress ink and then a little bit of Toffee Crunch over the top of that just to tone it down a little bit so that it's not too orange. But I love the combination of the purple flowers with a hint of orange in the background. And all of this was cut from Strathmore Bristol smooth paper, but you could use whatever paper that you like the most for ink blending. So usually any type of smooth cardstock works well for that. Now this is our refined stamp, and I'm stamping that using Toffee Crunch just to give a little bit of background stamping and interest. I have glued down two of the delicate octagon frames and I am adding a third on top. Layering those up is a simple thing to do, but it really adds a lot of subtle dimension and just a little extra pizzazz to your cards, especially if they're kind of going on the clean and simple side like these cards have been. These little touches really can make all the difference. If you haven't tried it before, I encourage you to give it a try. Now I've taken my layered bloom die cuts. I've just used a piece of masking tape that's attached to a piece of scratch paper to hold it in place, and I'm going to put my inks on using distress ink and an ink blending tool and a foam pad. I started with Seedless preserves, and then I am adding a little bit of chipped sapphire there at the bottom where it is closer to the stem. Really fun little combination there. These are also on that Bristol smooth paper, and everything I'm using in the video today is listed for you down in that YouTube description box, including the colors for everything, the papers, the stamps, the dies, everything. And I've just kind of followed that same process on all three parts of this layered bloom. And then I'm just going to take a marker to quickly color that stem. So that's just an easy way if you have one thin stem to do that. You could also use an ink blending tool to ink blend that. I'm going to add just a little curl to the petals just using my finger, and then I will glue them on with liquid adhesive. This is such a pretty flower, and I love how easy it is to do each of the layers. I've made a lot of cards with this particular flower die cut, and I like flowers like this where you can really make them any color that you want to. So we're ready to make the card. I did add my sentiment onto that panel. I'm adhering that flat onto the card panel, and I'm going to take the flower and adhere that down. I'm going to trim the stem a little bit. I just felt like it was a bit long for the card. After I did that, I felt like I trimmed too much off, but oh well, we're going to go with it. I'm not starting over now. So I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue here to hold that down onto the card at the bottom. And it helps when the glue comes out. So I'm just going to press that down, And then to finish off the card, I did add a few pearls and I stamped some butterflies using those same colors I used for the flower and just fussy cut them out. And those butterflies are a part of the sentiment set, the snippet sentiment set. So I had it on my desk and I thought, I'll just stamp a couple of these and add them on here. So here's a look at the finished card. Here's another card using that same layout but using a stamped and painted flower and then cut out with the cutout die. So just another way that you can use the same layout. I thank you so much for joining me for this Flowers and Frames video series. I appreciate all of your kind words so very much, and I hope it's really inspired you to play along and get out your flowers and frames. Continue to connect with Penny Black on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, our website and blog. All of those are listed for you down below. Happy stamping and thanks for watching.